Fire along Myrtle Beach's busiest strip, leaving one person dead, 11 injured. A shaken community continues to demand answers like whose bullet injured several people, the suspect or the cops. Newly released dashcam video from Myrtle Beach police shows the deadly officer-involved shooting that unfolded just after midnight on April 26 along the popular Ocean Boulevard, when 18-year-old Jarius Davis pulls out a gun, fires 4 shots into a crowd gathered on the sidewalk. Within seconds, Officer Brandon O'Rourke returns fire, firing 5 rounds and fatally striking Davis. The 3 officers involved were placed on paid administrative leave per policy. Brandon O'Rourke, 7 years on the cop, Muhammad El Helwi, 2 years as a cop, and Jeremiah Johnson, 4 years on the force. All have since returned to duty as they continue their investigation, with a final report expected by June 26. Joining us right now is John Barnett, who is a civil rights activist who is also demanding accountability, plus 15-year-old Serenity Chavis, who was shot in the leg that night and is speaking about what happened along with her mother, Kendra Malloy. Glad to have all 3 of you here. So first of all, John, I want to start with you. This is where I am. So you have this shooting. What ballistics report has been done? So are you and others suggesting that the people who were injured, they were all not injured as a result of this shooter?
That's correct. That's correct, Roland Martin. And again, thank you for having us on your show again. Yeah, this is spring break, average age 12 to 17. Apparently, 18-year-old had some beef or some words with some other young Afro-American males, and he pulled out his gun. Police stated that he began to shoot. There was 2 or 3 officers behind him, and they began to shoot at him. And unfortunately, 11 people were shot. My law office, Hunter and Everett in Charlotte, I'm not a lawyer, I'm an activist, they accepted 3 of the cases. So there were multiple people shot. Serenity is one. She's 15 years old. She now is in a wheelchair. She's going back and forth with the crutches. She lives in Laurinburg, North Carolina. She doesn't even live in Myrtle Beach. The other family is Miss Patricia. Her son is named Xavion. He's 13 years old. He was shot 3 times. He was walking with his dad in front of his dad. His dad also got grazed by a bullet as well. Xavion bullet was removed, and the bullet was immediately taken to SLED in South Carolina. And the bullet in his arm, they cannot take it out, Mr. Martin. They actually said that if you remove it, it may mess up a nerve. So you got a 13-year-old kid from Martinsville, Virginia, who has a bullet in his body right now because I think of some carelessness of the cops. And I understand they needed to disarm the individual or take him down, but just shooting in a crowd of, spring break, average age 12 to 17, is just a lot. So we've been asked for answers. I asked for 4 things real quickly. I asked for the officers to be unpaid leave because I think there's some carelessness going on, and that's why they're so quiet. This happened April 26th. I asked for counseling for the 11 victims. 11 people were shot when they aspired to go to Myrtle Beach for funnel cake and ride some amusement, ride the rides of the amusement park and enjoy the water. And they came back home with bullets in their body. Second thing we asked for was a meeting with the chief of police. She entertained it. Then she kind of going back and forth. And now SLED's involved. So SLED wanted to meet with me, and they declined to do that.
So first of all, what is SLED? People don't know what is SLED.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's a special unit. It's like the SBI.
Got it.
SLED. Yeah. A lot of people don't know what that is. North Carolina, we got the SBI. Georgia got the Georgia Investigative Services, and there's SLED. So that's a higher department that's supposed to investigate officer-involved shootings in particular. And the 2 other things I asked for was, I asked for counseling, I asked for unpaid leave, asked for a meeting with the chief, and for the body cam to be released. So after 33 days, they had this big climax that they're going to release the video on yesterday, and only showed a small video from the body cam, not the body cam, from the dash cam of the car. So in Myrtle Beach is a very popular spot, one of the most richest counties in South Carolina. It's probably the only tourist attraction in South Carolina because nobody goes to South Carolina pretty much for anything, even though I'm from there. They have about 2,000 cameras downtown, Mr. Martin. They have Marriott's and they have coffee shops. And it's like literally, the reporter told me they have 2,000 cameras down there. So to just release just 1 and not show us what we asked for was the body cam, which is the officers shooting in the crowd. We have yet to get that. And we know that that young man, before he was taken down, may he rest in peace, 18 years old, we know that he didn't shoot all 11 people. And those are the answers we're trying to get. And if they're responsible for that, then they need to just say that. And I think prolonging it is not a good thing. I told them today as I close, I can't go to NASCAR and shoot 11 white people and think I'm going to go home. I'll be in jail right now, especially if the kids are 13 and 15 years old. I really believe I'd be in jail right now. And that's a fact.
Serenity, that obviously had to be a shocking, stunning night. Here you are just trying to enjoy a night out. The next thing you know, you're in the hospital.
Yes, sir.
So what do you recall happening that night?
All I remember is me just standing there trying to go into, it was like a pizza place, and they sell ice cream there too. And I remember me trying to go in there, but the man closed the door in my face, so that he was like closing the shop down. And I know I just turned my back to go, like going towards all the hotels, and I just hear gunshots, and I just start running, and I just hit like a strong wind, just hit the back of my leg, but I'm still trying to run. And I just look down and I just see a pile of blood everywhere. And I just dropped and I start screaming for help. And the officers came. There was the one that shot me stood in front of me and told me that he was sorry. And then that's when they started putting like the tourniquet thing on my leg. And they took me to the hospital and that's it. That was it.
Again, so the fact that you don't know who shot you, was it the suspect, was it the cops, has to be unsettling. This is a fear that a lot of people have, cops indiscriminately firing that and then hitting other people and not the person.
That's correct. That's correct.
How are you? Are you still suffering from injuries, or are you completely healed from the shooting?
Not yet. I'm still on crutches.
Still on crutches.
Yes, sir.
We certainly hate to have to hear that, and hopefully y'all are able to get some answers real soon from this, because that has to be traumatic for anybody to have to go through and endure. Mm-hmm. John, final question. Have they given y'all a sense of when they're going to wrap this up?
Yeah, I told them it's going to take 60 days, 90 days. They told us within 60. Today is like the 34th day. Still no counselors, therapists for the victims. A partially released video. I did, and what's interesting is that 2 days ago, I staged a press conference, and I said I wanted unpaid leave. I don't want these guys sitting on the beach relaxing for 35, 34 days. And ironically enough, just yesterday, all three officers have returned, literally 48 hours after our press conference. So now they're back at work, business as usual. And so we're going to, stay on their backs and get some answers. But hopefully within the next 30 days, we should have something. But in the process of that, Trinity has to go, graduate with crutches. Xavion is in Martinsville, Virginia. He's got a bullet in his body. These kids got to graduate. And one of them that's very sad, I've been in conversation with one mother named Christy, I believe her name is, and she said her son was shot and he had a full scholarship. I think he was shot in his side. So it's very, very traumatic experience for all of them. Something they'll never forget.
Indeed. All right, folks, we certainly appreciate it. And let us know what happens next.
Sure will.
Thank you.
And Mr. Martin, I want to let you know, I'm enjoying your book that you autographed for us. So I want to make sure I tell you that. I'm enjoying your book.
I certainly appreciate that. Thanks a bunch.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.